welcome to the first post on my blog, Graham's Brazilian Youth Work Trip. So I'm going out to Brazil for 15 weeks and I'm going to be working in some communities out there with some young people who are getting involved in the drugs trade, prostitution and just unemployed at the moment. The reason I'm recording this blog is because I actually want to share my experiences with other people, because hopefully I'll have some really cool experiences out there that will be really interesting, not just for me and my own personal learning, but for the young people out there, but also for people who are maybe interested in what's actually going on out there in the favelas of Brazil, what's happening in the rural communities, and it might be of interest to find out about youth work or what a different culture is all about. So that's why I'm recording this blog post. So let's get on to a little bit more information. So the reason I'm going out to Brazil is because I'm currently studying for my professional qualification in youth work, and as part of that I have to do a major placement. Now the opportunity came up to go to Brazil with an organisation called Volunteering in Brazil. Now at the moment they're working out in Brazil in Rio de Janeiro and a place called Cristina Castro. In Rio they're doing the Living and Learning project. So this is based at a convent on the edge of some of the favelas, and they're working with young people who, without other choices, are probably going to end up in the drugs trade, are probably going to end up in the gangs. If they're young women, probably end up in prostitution. Now, the Living and Learning project, what they're about is they're about talking about the realities of young people's lives. They're about providing a safe space so young people go to education, state education in the morning, and then they come to the Living and Learning projects in the afternoon, and they do work with the Living and Learning project. It might be help with homework, it might be fun art, talking about what their lives are, and they also, the Living and Learning project also do some community works. They do young women's groups. Hopefully you'll have seen the pictures that I've put up of the Living and Learning project. So that's one project, and the volunteers who go out via Volunteering in Brazil, they actually teach conversational English. English is a foreign language, because in the favelas, if the young people can speak English, or the people out there can speak English, they can get other work. The better grasp of their English in, they can get work which is more profitable, so they don't maybe have to enter into the drugs trade. So I'm there for the first 3 weeks. Carnival's going to be on, so I'll be blogging some photos and some videos of Carnival. I'll hopefully be going into some of the favelas, which you shouldn't do unless you've got someone to go in with who knows the area. So that should be really fascinating things happening there. But I'm spending the first 3 weeks there, and then I'm going to my main project site, a place called Cristina Castro. Now up there, Volunteering in Brazil at the moment have a guy called Martin. Martin's running a agricultural project. He's teaching local agriculture, he's doing rural development, because this area, what's happened is that it used to be people went from rural to Sao Paulo, Rio, Brasilia to get jobs. The favelas popped up, they're huge, they're massive, people don't want to go there now. So what's happening now is people are going from the small rural towns, tiny places, to the local towns. So Cristina Castro had about 10 years ago, supposedly had 2,000 people. Now it's got 10,000 people there. So there's rural development going on there, a lot of stuff around agriculture, but there's noticed a problem with the young people in terms of unemployment and low aspirations. So over the last 5 years, the young people have started to get involved in the drugs trade, have started to get involved in prostitution. Now they've identified this at a grassroots level, they want to do something about it, but they're not quite sure. I'm going out there, not as an expert to go and set something up and say this is what you need to do, I'm going to solve all your problems, because I'm not. I'm going out there to kind of speak to young people, speak to the local community, see what projects are going on elsewhere, and maybe working with alongside them, see what we can set up. Now I don't know what that might be, and that for me is part of the excitement, because I haven't got a project that I'm thinking I want to go out there, I want to do that. Yeah, I've got a load of tools and ideas that I'm going to take out with me, but for me it's all about going out, working with them and seeing what we can create together. Now this blog, these videos, and I'm going to mainly record it in videos because it's going to hopefully be a really rich experience with lots of you'll be able to meet some of the main people out there. This blog for me is about sharing that experience so other people can kind of see what I'm up to. If you're interested in me, if you know me, or if you're interested in international youth work, you can kind of actually get a different perspective. Actually, what are the realities like when you go out in a language foreign country with a language you don't speak, and you're trying to set something up with a different culture. So it's going to be a great trip. I hope you follow me on my blog, and I hope you enjoy watching what I'm up to and learning about what's going on. There'll be more blog posts coming up soon, so keep on checking it. Cheers.